So my dear students, today we are going to learn about the new topic, chapter geometry. So first of all, we will learn about what is a point. If you mark a dot M and it is a shapeless, a length, without height, without any specification, a point is marked. That point is called M. And we can say that if you put a series of points and we join together endlessly, that is called a line, and we mark it as L, and we have two arrows that is growing towards both the directions, which has no endings. And if you put one point at the one end, and other side it goes growing, that is called a ray. If you put two dots between a line, that we can say that it is restricted to that point, so it has got a fixed length, so we call that one as called line segment, so which has got two ending points. So a line segment is what? It has got two end points, it has got a fixed length, and we call the one end as P and other end as Q. Okay, so we can represent them, the line segment PQ, like this by writing PQ and putting a line on the top of it. Okay, I hope this is clear for you. The what, and we can measure a line segment with the help of a scale. So you see it is 6 centimeter. At the same time, we can draw a line segment with the help of a scale. If you get a measurement, for example, if you take 10 centimeter, then with the help of a scale we can draw a line with the 10 centimeter and we can name them. So we can draw a line segment with the help of a scale. Now we see a line is growing towards both directions, which has no ends, and if another line is passing through and at one point they intersect, so those lines meet at a point is called intersecting lines. For example, you see in this image there are two cars. One car is traveling in one direction, the other car is traveling in direction. So let us say white car traveling from A to B, while the next car is traveling from one direction C to D. So if you draw a line between C and D and A and B, so at one point they intersect each other. So we now we take those lines AB and CD. So you see these lines, when they intersect each other, they are called intersecting line, and there forms one angle between these intersecting lines. So all sides there will be one angle. So now let us take another rule. So here we are having another type of road. So one car is going to travel from one direction to the another, and the blue car travels in another direction. So if you draw a line between them, so still they are intersecting. So you see they are intersecting and forming an angle, that is a right angle. So we will learn more about right angle. So that angle is forming mainly 90 degree. So if two lines intersect each other and makes, when two lines that intersect each other forming a 90-degree angle is called perpendicular lines. So we represent them as, let us call the line EF and XY. So EF perpendicular to XY. So this is how we represent them. So now let us take different lines intersecting each other making 90-degree angles. So these are some of the examples, and so let us represent them according to. So perpendicular lines are represented like, so you see EF is perpendicular to XY, AB is perpendicular to CD, and GH is perpendicular to KL. Okay, so this is how we represent them. So you see, so most of the times when two lines, so you see the cars are traveling in the one direction, so at one point somehow they intersect each other. So if you draw a line So on the both direction. So you see, at one point when it will come to some point, they will intersect each other. So that is for sure. So that is what we think. If they travel in one direction, sometimes they may intersect. So not in the case of almost every cars or every lines. Sometimes if you draw or if you travel, you can see they may travel in straight lines without intersecting each other. That is also possible. So you see, if two cars are traveling in one direction, and you see if they are going on traveling in one direction without intersecting each other, so we get a lines like this. So those lines that will not intersect each other are called parallel lines. Okay, those lines that will not intersect each other are called parallel lines. How can we tell that if a pair of lines are parallel? So if one thing we can consider is that we can think that they are going on like this forever, just like the rail lines. They will not intersect at any point. Okay, and otherwise we can draw a line from one line to the another, making a 90-degree angle, and other side also we can make a 90-degree angle line. Okay, and if you take, you will get a rectangle. So if you take that rectangle and measure it on the both sides, so if they are having the same length and width on the both sides, then we can conclude that they will go on like this forever. So we can say that those parallel lines never intersect at any point of time. So it is concluded that this is what we are main understanding about parallel lines. Now we are going to represent parallel lines. So you see there are two parallel lines given here, GH and KL. So GH is parallel to KL is represented like this. The next topic we are going to learn about is introduction to angles. So you see, when two of lines intersect each other, they form an angle in between them. So that is called angle. So angle is the distance that travels between one ray of line to the another ray of line. So we can, common life, we can see different angles in clock, compass, bench, desk, or everywhere you look around, some kind of angles you can see. So from our ordinary life we can make it out. You see, in the clock there is an angle, compass and bench. So you see, there are two rays joining together, and those two rays are called arms of an angle. So those two rays are called arms of an angle. The point of intersection is called a vertex. So once again, the two rays are called arms, and the point of intersection is called vertex. So let us say angle AB, ray AB and ray AC are pointing at the intersection point A, making an angle. Okay, so now we can say that AB is an arm of that ray, as well as AC is an arm of that angle. Okay, and A is the vertex. Okay, is that clear? So AB is the arm, AC is the arm, and A is the vertex. So this is how we symbolize an angle. Draw a shape like an angle. Okay, so now let us see how we represent. So angle can be named using all these three letters. You see, A, B and C. But A will be always in the middle of the angle representation, because it is a vertex of the angle. So that is why we will always write at the center of representation. You see, angle BAC, or we can say that angle CAB, or also we can represent simply the vertex. That is what we represented as angle A. Okay, that is, I will show you how we write. Here it is angle A. So the middle letter is always either represent singly, or we can separate them along with that. Now you see, The angle formed inside is called interior angle, and the angle formed outside the other part is called exterior angle. Okay, now let us say how to measure an angle using a protractor. So we know this is an ray of line that goes on the one direction, but at one point they meet is intersected. So that point is called vertex. The other two arms go on growing. So the distance grow between two arms is called angle. So this is what we are going to measure. So the distance traveled between two arms. So the unit to measure angle is degree. So once again students, remember that unit to measure angle is degree, and it is denoted by a small zero. Okay, writing on the number which measures. Okay. So this is protractor. So they are very much familiar with this thing. You might have seen in your day-to-day life in instrument box everywhere. So it has got two readings. You see, one on the top, starting from the left to right, other from the right to the left. Okay, both are having 180-degree readings. Okay, so starting from 0 to 180 on to, so they are called as scales. Okay, and with the help of these scales we are going to read the angles of a given represented lines. Okay, so let us see how we will make use of protractor for measuring an angle. Now let us take two lines. Okay, so with the help of that only you will be able to understand how to measure. So we will see at the center there is a point of the protractor. So when you take a ray of line intersecting at one point, so you see like all AB a line intersecting with BC at the point B. So now we place the center of the protractor at the vertex. Okay, remember we should place the center of the protractor at the vertex, and it should be keeping straight to the parallel line, that is BC. Always remember that you should keep parallel to the one line, and then you have to look into the protractor whether they are parallel to the line or the down line of the protractor. Okay, BC is parallel to the protractor marking 0. Okay, so you can see I have marked 0 there. Okay, and then now you have to look in the the scale starting from the right side to the left side, because the angle falls on the right side. Okay, so you see the inner scale, so it starts from 0, 10, you can see it is growing up to 180 to the left side. So now love the angle ray AB. So where it falls, so it directly falls on the 90. Okay, so it directly falls on the 90. So we can conclude that the angle between them is 90 degree. Okay, is that clear? So the angle falls between AB and BC are 90 degree. So we can say that the angle measuring 90 degree is called right angle. Okay, we will learn more about them. Okay, and we can say in day-to-day life different letters and many other things that are forming right angles. Maybe you can look into the window, edges of the window, or board, edges of the board. So that are giving a right angle. Okay, that is having a 90 degree, and this is how we represent them, a like square on the between the angle. I hope this is clear for you. Next topic we are going to learn is about types of angle. An angle whose measure is more than 0 degree, okay, but less than 90 degree is called an acute angle. Okay, once again I will read. An angle whose measure is more than 0 degree but less than 90 degree is called an acute angle. You see, if you put two hands together and place like this, the angle formed in between is called an acute angle. That will be always less than 90 degree. You see, if clock is measured timing 2 o'clock, that is, we can say it is an acute angle. The scissors, it is an acute angle forming. Okay, I hope this is clear for you. What is acute angle? So if an angle whose measure is more than 90 degree, okay, and it is less than 180 degree is called obtuse angle. So that lies between 90 degree and 180 degree. Previous one was between 0 and 90. So this one is between 90 degree and 180 degree. So that is called obtuse angle. You see, if the clock measures 4 o'clock, or the thing that we use to make fan wind, so that we can judge Chinese people, women that catch in their hands. No. So such type of things are forming obtuse angle. An angle whose measure is 180 degree is called a straight line. So you see, when angle that makes 180 degree, exactly 180 degree, that is called a straight line. So you see, when two right angles form together, they form 180 degree. So that is called, that measures 180 degree, becomes a straight line. For a pencil, for a scale, a book, all those forms a 180 degree angle. Okay, everywhere there is angle, some kind of angle are existing. So we have to find it out. Okay, what kind of angle exists. And now finally, an angle which measures 360 degree is called a complete angle. So a complete angle, so that means it measures 360 degree. That means two protractors placed together, or we can say when a ray of arm completes one complete rotation. Okay, when a ray of arm completes one complete rotation is called a complete angle. Dear students, now we are going to construct an angle using a protractor. So your question is, draw an angle measuring 120 degree. So first of all, we have to draw a ray naming AB, so that we can easily draw. Then place a protractor on the top of it. At the center of the protractor should be on the vertex A. Okay, then you should make it sure that they are parallel to each other. And now start counting from the right side. So we can, because making an angle. So you see, up to 120 we have reached, and point a mark on exactly on the top of it. Okay, we are marking C as it. Now with the help of a scale, you mark a line between A and C. So, and put an arrow, that is because it grows on. Okay, so now we get the angle CAB, which is of 120 degree. Okay, this is how we make it.